Right, YouTube, war is good. We are back. We are in Dubai, which is good. Been here for a bit. Actually ended up extending our stay, so we got a one-way flight for a bit. And yeah, so this video I'm just going to be breaking down the 5 things that I wish that I knew when I was working a job that I actually hated, didn't have no way out. By the way, it's going to be a raw talk. Nobody is going to be cutting this, no editor, just completely raw. But yeah, this is going to be a video just breaking down exactly the 5 things that I would do if I was to go back. And I wish somebody told me when I was 18 in a job that I hated. For context, I made 20k last month at the age of 21. I was able to quit my job at the age of 20, travel the world, live my dream life, all from sending Instagram messages. And yeah, so number 1 would purely just be down to the fact that be careful who I'm listening to, right? Understand that the people who I'm taking advice off need to be in a position where I want to be at. The worst thing you can do is when you're in your job is ask them for advice, or sometimes even family. I know it sounds awful to say, but sometimes your family do give you the wrong advice, especially when you're young, you're ambitious, and you've got goals in mind that nobody in your family's probably achieved before. So you're just sitting there thinking, now what do I do? Which is fine, because I went through the exact same thing, and they start to understand it. But also remember that you're in a game where, or you want to get into a game if you do want to make money online, you do want to live a life where you're not average, you want to travel the world, you're going to have a lot of misconceptions, miscommunications with your family on actually getting there, because it's not an easy thing. My dad's in a trade and my mum is a teacher, so yeah, it was, as you can obviously tell, as you can obviously imagine, some of the conversations we've had to have aren't easy. But now I'm just taking one-way flights randomly the other side of the world. We've kind of got over it, and they kind of understand it in a way better way, in a way better form. However, it wasn't always like this, so understand that as well. There were some things that my dad, etc., didn't know what I was doing, if that makes sense. So of course he's not going to give the advice of someone that I kind of needed. But yeah, we got over that. So always remember that you're going to have to do some things in life sometimes that you might feel uncomfortable doing, might even feel uncomfortable telling your family doing, and in general just going to feel a little bit uncomfortable, you know. But yeah, that's number 1. Number 2, it would be pick one side hustle and just stick to it. For the longest time I was thinking of every other hustle. I was trying trading, trying dropshipping, trying everything, buying so many courses, buying so many coaches. Didn't get the help and guidance I needed. However, we got there in the end when I found appointment setting. And I feel like the main reason why I like appointment setting so much, and the reason why I enjoy appointment setting so much, is just the fact that I was on my phone anyway texting people. I would always be scrolling, I'd always be doing something random anyway whilst on my phone. So I thought to myself, why not just get paid for it? And when I first started setting, I genuinely couldn't believe I could get paid to send messages. I couldn't believe it. Obviously until it happened, and obviously until it actually started to happen for me and I was able to quit my job and able to actually live my dream life and travel the world. That's when it actually happened. But I definitely say jumping about is the wrong thing to do. Pick one, get really good at it. It may take a little bit longer than you can imagine or you can expect right now, but it's so worth it, because in the end you're really good at this one skill and you can leverage that skill so much. Obviously sales is going to be that number 1 thing, because every single business model you could think of has sales involved in it. Every single thing in life revolves around sales, because the world basically revolves on money. Obviously God as well. However, you can't live the life you want to live without money, and sales comes from money, and everything that you want in life is going to be behind the back end of sales, no matter what industry you get into. Whether it's a massive business in the future, whether it's a small business, no matter what it is. That's why appointment setting was literally the best option for me, and for a lot of people inside my community have obviously been crushing it as well. We actually had Lewis make 1k today, so yeah, from sending messages on behalf of a business owner. And now obviously going on to things, you can then go on to sales management, you can even go into closing if you wanted to, you can go into so many things, but setting literally takes like 1 to 2 months to learn. It was very good because of like the lower entry point and how much you can actually learn from it, and you can actually know the back end of the businesses on how they operate. For example, if you're working for 100k a month business, a setter, you'd make 5k in a month. you know how 100k a month business operates. So in the future, if you do go on and build your own, then you obviously know the fundamentals of it, and you obviously know the little things from it that you can actually take. And that was honestly like one of the biggest changes. And I'd say for number 3, it would just definitely be to make decisions faster, right? Making decisions fast was one of the biggest things that I struggled with for the longest amount of times, and it was like the biggest thing that kept me stuck for so long in a situation I didn't enjoy and in a situation I actually hated, until I actually started to make decisions faster, actually buy things faster. For example, I always remember overthinking like mentorships, overthinking courses, overthinking so many things, but the truth is there's what's changed my life. I know people are against it and everything like that, but I'm not against it, because every single one I bought, I've either learned something or I've ended up in the same situation I was anyway. I didn't even like it, so it's a win-win. And yeah, that was one of the biggest things, because I'd always overthink like a small decision, and I wouldn't stop thinking about it until I actually done it anyway. So I'd spend so much time overthinking a decision that I was going to make regardless. I was literally going to make this decision regardless, and I was going to buy the thing I had in my head, because at the end of the day I was working a job I didn't enjoy. I couldn't have been in a worse situation, and I was getting paid hardly anything, and I didn't even enjoy waking up for work. I didn't even enjoy what I was doing. I didn't enjoy what was in front of me every day. And that's why I feel like making decisions fast is the big thing, because it sounds a bit crazy to say, but the faster you do something, the faster you're either going to make it or the faster you're going to fail at it. And the faster you fail at something, the better, because you can then go on to bigger and better things in the future until you actually find that thing that's meant for you. And obviously, always remember your family. Always remember your family. For the longest time, I'd be traveling the world, I'd be putting my family aside, I'd ring home now and again, but more often than not now, I see myself FaceTime my family every single day, right? I'd lock myself, when I first started out, I'd lock myself inside my shed, right? I had a desk in there and I had a chair in there, and I've literally locked myself in there. I wouldn't talk to family. I'd finish work, I'd be straight in there. I wouldn't go gym, I wouldn't do nothing. And it genuinely started destroying me, and it genuinely got to the point where something needed to change, or I'd have to stop everything, right? But the more that the more up I got, well, I say up, but like the more I started to earn from setting, and then when I started traveling the world, etc. When you're away from home, you actually realize how important family is, because you only get one chance with your family, you only get one life to live with your family. And it's also important to remember that without your family, you wouldn't be where you are today, and you wouldn't be able to live the life that you're living today. And that is definitely number 4. And obviously number 5, learn a remote skill. Whatever it is you do, learn a remote skill, because with a remote skill you can literally go into anything, right? Let me just put you guys down here. You can literally go into anything, and you can live any life that you want. You can travel the world, you can do what you want when you want, and as long as you're making money from it, it doesn't actually matter. 2 to 3k a month is enough to probably live the life you want to travel, live the life you want to live when you're out in Thailand, when you're out in Koh Samui, when you're out in Bali. All the life you want to live is generally 2 to 3k a month. So learning that skill first is going to be the best thing you can do. Obviously, like I said at the start of the video, for me it was appointment setting. I was able to go to Cape Town, California, Thailand, live up my life the best that I could, literally just as a setter, living what I wanted to do. And yeah, that's kind of like the 5 things I'd want to tell myself. So learn a remote skill. Always remember families first. Lock in on one side hustle. They are like the biggest 3 things that you are going to get out of this video. And obviously watch who you're listening to as well is really important. And enjoy the process on the way, you know. Don't be afraid to enjoy the process. Don't be afraid to spend some time with friends. However, there are going to be times where it does get fucking difficult, it does get hard, and you are going to probably lock yourself away for a bit. It doesn't have to be done, but do what needs to be done now to live a good life, or regret in the future what could have been done now when you're living a shit life. One or the other, you know. But with that being said, appreciate you guys watching. Appreciate all of you guys watching to the end, even you right now. Like, subscribe, follow my Instagram, Iestyn.Krause. If you do want to learn how to be an appointment setter, you do want to start remote sales, and you do actually want to travel the world, live a good life, quit your 9 to 5, link is below in the calendar. If you do want to book a call with me, we can see what we can sort out for you. All good. If not, it's up to you. But yeah, I appreciate you guys watching to the end of this video. Appreciate you guys watching another video of mine, and wishing you guys all the best. Peace.